tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
This is the mood we're feeling right now.
I'm gonna download this song.
It's actually from the show. I really like it. Good recommendation, Nicholas.
Thank you.
He noticed this and he wrote it down. He's a dedicated podcaster. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Quantico After Show on AFTERBUZZ TV. I want to first say thank you guys so much for your patience. I know you've been tweeting at us and asking when is the Quantico After Show coming on. Well, it's on right now, so thank you so much for bearing with us. Usually it is on Mondays, but today was just a little bit of an adjustment. I'm your host, Kanika Lal. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Kanika Lal, and I'm joined by my lovely co-host.
What's up, guys? I'm Nicholas Grava. You can follow me at Nicholas Grava.
And make sure to check out AFTERBUZZ TV on all social media, as well as iTunes and YouTube. So today's episode was called Kill, episode 4. Mm-hmm. What were your thoughts? Did you like it? I mean, did you think it was slow and kind of like more methodical, or did you,
So overall, my initial thought was, I think it definitely was slow. I think they maybe, I like that it was a different change of pace because I think the first 3 have been like more info, more info, new story, and it was becoming a lot. That was my biggest critique on the show. Mm-hmm. And I think in this, they slowed things down, kept it to a limited amount of characters.
Yeah.
We had front characters and back burner characters instead of everyone being a front. I liked that. I absorbed more. What about you?
It was like a recap of episode 3 in a way, right? Like we got more just insight into the characters, like Miranda's story, and we got some more like interesting moments between Booth and Alex, and even Alex and Shelby. So I totally agree with you. It was slower, but
did you pick up?
But it was needed.
When you were watching it, was it slow enough that you were like, I'm gonna check Twitter right now?
In the beginning, I was like, okay, this is just like, because usually I write notes like crazy so I don't miss anything. But in the beginning, I was like, this is just dialogue that you could just tell. Like in the beginning, Alex was just on edge, and there was just like dialogue. It wasn't that much.
Same, I agree.
Information, which is good. We need that. Okay, so let's go into just separating this after show, because I know sometimes we can be all over the place and a little scatterbrained.
Yeah. Who said that? I haven't heard that.
But thank you guys for bringing that to my attention so I can work on my flaws.
You don't have any flaws.
Oh, but I love my flaws. Okay, so let's start with, it's actually called present and future, not past and future, or past and present.
Present is
in Quantico days.
Yes.
Isn't that funny? Like, anyways, it's weird.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so present days. Mm-hmm. We see Alex, like, she's like nonstop. She's on edge because of her father.
Think about that. This was one of my critiques I had when we were talking about episode 2, was just, it's a little aggressive how good they're making her in Quantico. I know. It's like, okay, what is she up at? 4 o'clock training, and then like when she was already up before they were going and waking everyone up. You're gonna have a full day when you're exercising and training in that day. You can't tell me you're also getting up early to do. No, that's why I loved when they said the line, maybe she's a blue flamer.
Yeah, that was explain that.
So
that was.
They said maybe she's a blue flamer, which basically means it's a gnat that just burns herself out way too early.
Yeah.
Which could I mean, I don't think it is the case, but it could be the case when you're just looking at that time, that moment.
So pretty much they were setting her.
Ignore the laughter, guys.
They were setting her up to want to just be pushed over the edge. That was the whole point, which is why they wanted to show her to be very intense, because the whole point was that Liam wanted her to be out of there.
Which was so surprising and abrupt. He was like, Booth, your mission's over. Well, then what was his we need her out.
I know.
I'm like, give me something. Although finally, I have to say, I'm starting to actually trust Booth, which I wasn't in the first couple of, now I'm finally trusting him, which is nice. I like to have, I don't like to be in limbo with every character. I like to know, these are my good guys, these are my bad guys. Even if I'm wrong, I like to know it.
I know, it just makes you feel more secure.
I'm not thinking the whole time while I'm watching. I can just like relax a little bit.
No, I don't think I can relax in this show.
You can't?
I don't think I can because I really think there's a twist in every single...
Everyone had a twist in this episode.
Yeah,
almost
and
every
everyone's
character.
like a double agent.
Did you see the tweet? Someone tweeted us saying something similar, being like every main character is a double.
I think it was Vern.
Yeah.
Vern's views. You're like my boy. Thank you so much for being so cool.
Thank you, Vern's views.
Okay, yeah. So we get Alex. She's on edge. She's like being like a goody two shoe. Whatevs. Peach Hopes. Bollywood. Gotta say that again.
She's killing it. She's such a good actress.
Yeah. Yeah, she is actually. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about this in the last episode how she takes risks with her roles in both Bollywood and Hollywood, so that's just why.
I've never seen any of her Bollywood work, so now this is literally my first introduction. You missed last week's episodes when I showed like movies she was in. What?
I know, like they didn't really care, the other co-hosts.
I would have cared.
Like Bollywood, whatever. But yeah, well, maybe next time I'll show more pictures to get more insight into these actors. So yeah, when we get Booth and all of a sudden he's saying, just end the mission, we want her out of there. I think that's going to be more explanation in the next episode, for sure. Because the one thing I do like is that Joshua Safran, the creator, I told you guys before, he talks to E! Weekly each episode, he gives a recap. And he always says that he's not the kind of show or the writer to kind of just like have delayed answers. He likes to answer it right away.
Oh, that's
and I like that. You know what I mean? So
I don't know.
Do you not
if you
get
see
the
me on my
answers
phone,
right?
I'm just looking at your tweets.
Yeah.
I don't know that I do get the answers right away. Like I'm still like the twins. Technically, we got an answer tonight, but also technically, I'm still left wondering what the hell how it's supposed to happen, what they're doing. That's interesting that he says that. So he basically means
interesting that you don't agree with him.
Yeah, because he's wrong. No, I'm sure I'm wrong, very wrong in the way if he's making the show and that's what he says.
Well, here's the thing. Like, we have answers on Alex's father.
Yes. Fine. Okay, that's true.
And we have some answers on, like, who's with who. At least we have it right now.
Okay, that's a good point.
But yeah.
Maybe we do get... I'm thinking of, like, every episode do we get answers? But you're right. Here's 4 episodes. Right. We have gotten a lot of answers.
Yeah, so far.
I knew I was wrong in the end. I am
You're not wrong.
Don't lie to me. No, yeah, I see what you're saying.
So Parrish is definitely fragile, according to Booth. And then we have this task that Miranda gives them. There's just always a task, which can be, like, kind of...
What? Let go. Go ahead. What?
I mean, I was going to say annoying, but then I was like, it's part of the Quantico. Like, you're supposed to be doing tasks every day.
And because
I like the lesson she gives. Like, this week's lesson was do or die. What will you do if you're in that split second, or was it decision? Spit all over.
Yeah, just
what would you like, what would you do in that decision? It's so true because, like, us as people in everyday situations, we don't have time to make decisions. We have to just do it. Follow our instinct in a way, right? This was kind of the point.
I'm going to relate this back to a terrible metaphor in my own life, and it's going to be really bad. I'm going to make it quick.
I cannot wait.
I always get disappointed with myself and my split-second decisions.
Me too.
When I'm crossing a street and like a car comes very quickly and I freeze. I don't run to either side. I don't choose a side to run to. I freeze, and then after I'm like, why do I make that choice?
It's deer in the headlights.
Often. Yeah, that's exactly it. But they don't want that in an FBI agent. They want someone that's going to be like, dive and roll to the other side. I haven't been hit by a car yet, so I guess,
okay, knock on wood, but you're so right. Like, I always feel like I freeze in the decision making. I feel like you and I need to go to Quantico and get these, like, lessons taught to us.
Do you think we can get, since we do this show, we can go to Quantico and get, like, a day training pass?
If we go to Montreal, they would totally allow us.
You think?
They even said that we could. Like, the people of the show.
Let's do it. I'm so down.
Right?
I'm really down. Also, when she said she doesn't care.
We should do a Kickstarter campaign and have them pay us and go to Montreal for you guys and give you guys behind-the-scenes footage.
I would love that. Also, so she said she doesn't want to see what the decisions they make on their best day, on their worst day.
Good addition.
Such a great point for an FBI
It's so true.
agent.
You cannot have a best or worst day, though, when you're an FBI agent. It's got to be all the same.
Could you ever do it, you think?
Yes.
I'd
like to think I would.
I can't.
I think you could make
No, I have so many fears.
I think
That's
you'd
what
be
would
a
kill
good
me.
analyst.
Maybe. That's true. Thank you. That could be
and you
true.
can tell me what to do and I'll do it.
I could be in your ear. We'd be such a good team.
We totally
oh my
would.
gosh. I love it. I loved that fake town. What'd you think of that?
Okay, yeah, it was called Hogan's Alley, which reminded me of Harry Potter.
It does, actually.
Right?
Yeah, I can see that.
The neighborhood was kind of quaint and cute.
I thought it was
And secure.
I don't know if this is
with big houses.
It did look like a very affluent area. I don't know if this is a real thing that they have. Is this something real that the FBI has like a fake town that they train in? I guess they probably do.
That's actually a good question. I feel like a lot of the representation is probably accurate on the show. What the FBI does. It was interesting, but it was kind of scary because the hostages they had and these fake people they had when they were doing the
kid with the gun that popped out.
Yeah, or even the real person there. Okay, so we'll talk about that. Well, pretty much they were doing a drill. They burst into the houses to
doing basically. Did we say that it? Did I already say that the training always parallels the story, the actual?
Yes.
Okay.
Which we'll get into the future.
Which is what they were doing hostage situation in these houses.
Yeah, it was standard. What was the other thing? It was kill or something. Shrill or kill, right?
Sure. I don't remember.
I think that's what Miranda or
didn't write it.
Liam said. I think it was shrill. What are you going to do? Are you going to shrill or are you going to kill? Because
I would shrill.
No, you wouldn't.
I would. That's why I'm an analyst.
Yeah. So the whole time, all the agents were kind of showing off their
guns that you have right now.
They were showing off that they were showing off their skills, and they were Elias, was on Simon's ass this whole episode.
He's fucking annoying.
Yeah, we'll get into him.
Good.
But he was kind of surprised that Simon was shooting well.
Yeah.
That Simon was shooting well, and then Booth was shooting, and then Miranda made a comment saying to Liam saying, "Oh, looks like Booth does this frequently," because she knows, which we'll find out later on. Mm-hmm. And Alex froze up towards the end, leaving her teammates behind, and that made Liam happy. So she froze up because she. You want to explain the whole why she froze up?
Well, I think I'm going to go a little bit before that, and I'm going to say first she was rushing in, this angry bull, not even waiting for her team. If you're such a great agent at this point, then I would also think that means that you're smart and intelligent, and you know that going into the upper level of a house without waiting for your other agents is a dumb idea. Even if you're equipped with it, stupid. But she clearly has something that's in her head messing with her.
Yeah.
And it's the whole situation with her father.
That she killed a hero, which they said many times.
Yes. And that's why she froze up in the end. Although when Booth said... his job, like we said, is to get her fired, basically, to get her to quit.
Yeah.
And he let her go in a hallway that wasn't clear.
Yeah.
But because he wanted her to get shot and get down on herself, and I was mad at him at that point. He redeemed himself later, but I was angry when he knew because Liam was in his ear. And is it Liam?
Yeah, definitely Liam O'Connor.
Yeah. Was in his ear being
can you blame Booth? Because he has to but he has to satisfy Liam. But at the same time, he is doing his best to look out for Alex's best interest.
That's the truth. This is why I couldn't be, is because they're trained to not be emotional, and you know what I mean? To have a read on people, but yet not to, he clearly likes Alex personally.
Yeah.
But in his work, he needs to be spying on Alex, basically, and do these things. What's the boundary of now when do I question my orders, or do I listen without questioning? That's really tough. He ends up questioning his orders and threatening and being listen, Liam, I will go over your head. Because what are you doing? What is your plan? You're the only one in on this.
Yeah, Liam really is on the line.
I don't trust him. Why?
He's already an agent. He's already trained, but he can go back in training, which is what Liam threatened him.
Yeah, he said, he said, you're not actually here undercover. And he's like, what? And he's like, you're on probation.
You're on probation, which means you're back in training.
So that's black. So Liam's blackmailing him, basically.
I know, he's using him.
Because he is undercover, but Liam must have just said he's in probation, and that's why he sent him there, so that no one else would know that Liam has him undercover on a private mission.
He's on probation after what Liam did. Booth's on probation.
I thought that's why, and that's why Booth had no idea.
Oh, I thought it was just after the scene when Booth closed the door after Miranda and Alex and Booth were having a conversation.
I don't know. If you guys, I'd love if you guys know either way, whatever take you had, tweet at us. Obviously, leave in the comments below. This is so much. There's so much stuff happening in the show that it's quickly to.
We're gonna touch that topic again soon.
Yeah, we'll check into it and we'll get back next week. We'll circle back.
Or no, in this episode I want to touch because I'm confused by what
We're not gonna become unconfused by the end of this show.
Okay, so that drill went super well.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just like jumped, like while that was happening, it kind of jumped to Miranda finding Nima.
What do you think about this? The whole Miranda's son.
What do I don't know what to think. I just think it's happening. I don't have any emotions towards it. Except for the thing, like, I like it.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was a sketchy reason why Miranda would recruit Nima and Reina. But it happens just to be because of Miranda's emotional, vulnerable story about her and her son. And that she's doing a good thing.
But what is the good? That's what I was going to say. I don't know how
the twins are going to help. Well, the twins are going to help because they're going to try to prevent these extremists from recruiting more people like her son.
Okay, but
her
how
son
does that...
turned over.
I get that, but I'm sitting here being like, this is why I don't think we always get the answers, because I'm like, well, okay, you've told them that the reason they're there is because your son, that he was approached, he was vulnerable, he accepted. But how does having two twins at Quantico undercover do anything right now? Like, how does that what's the big picture? So I'm excited to learn that in the coming episode.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Maybe just to have them close by Miranda's side so she can keep filling them in. But you make a good point. Like, she could do that. They could be doing that from home.
Be a friend on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why they have to be twins at Quantico. I'm sure we will see. She doesn't, and that, okay,
maybe
this lady...
she suspects other people at Quantico.
That's what I was wondering.
Because I think Elias, the only part where I liked him in this episode is when he made a really good point saying the enemy is the enemy within. That's so true. Like, don't trust your inner circle, people.
I did like that point.
Today I found out something, a side note, about my inner circle.
Really?
Oh my God, don't even want to go into it. But, yeah, the enemy is totally the enemy within. So that's why she could probably be keeping them on. To
keep tabs on everyone else. I don't know. I'm sure we're going to see her. She killed, not to make a reference onto the title of the episode.
Right.
She absolutely killed
No
the
pun
scene
intended.
when she was talking about her son.
Yes.
And that he's going to get preparation. How crazy is it for a mother to not want her son? I was like, oof, hats off to you. She like had me emotionally invested at that point.
I know.
That is because he was threatening last episode.
Well, like a Smurf, right?
No, he was literally just, because he knows not only, I think he thinks that she's responsible for putting him in there, but she said tonight that she's responsible for getting his what is it called?
Parole?
His parole. She's responsible for getting his sentence cut down. Yeah. She helped in a way.
She wants to keep him in there
now, but I don't think when she said that she was helping him the best and she got him the best, like he's in a juvenile instead of being tried as a whatever. I don't know. I feel bad for her, and I don't know what he's going to do. But him out of jail, I don't like it.
I know. Neither does she.
Scary.
It is.
You think it's a terrorist group she was referring to that reached out to him, or?
I think so. It was an unarmed fire gun.
It was a what?
It was an unarmed fire gun. I'm sorry. It was an unregistered fire gun. I'm sorry. I got a little distracted, guys, because there is a lot of read coming your way. One of the reasons why we do these shows for you guys is from our beautiful sponsors. One
of which is my...
Yeah, for those football lovers and for those draft lovers,
which are you? Are you into the draft?
I'm not, which is why I'm not going to be giving you the best information as possible, but we do have a draft.
No, the thing is with
DraftKings,
what we have here, we're big fans of AfterBuzz TV and football. Here's football season, so what AfterBuzz does for all you football fan lovers out there. We have DraftKings. We have a fun partnership with that, and you know what they do. If you're into fantasy football, you go there, DraftKings.com, and we have a promo. You use Buzz, BUZZ, Buzz. DraftKings.com. Use the promo code Buzz, and there you can get a free chance to, plug in your players that you love and whatnot, and you get a free opportunity to sign up and possibly win $1 million. And the great thing with DraftKings, it happens every week. It's not an all-year, season-long thing where you have your players and then that's it. No, it changes every week. So every week you have the chance to maybe be a millionaire. That's awesome. So DraftKings.com, promo code Buzz.
Thank you, Marissa.
Thank you so much, Marissa. I'm sorry that I did happen to blank. I totally lost my track on that. But thank you, Marissa. Yes, DraftKings.com. Make sure to use the promo code BUZZ. Okay, back to Kill.
Back to Kill. I feel like now we're getting into the place of the future slash...
Oh, are we getting there?
Well, I think, because for me, it's like...
So we finished the sun part.
We finished the sun, and the last thing that I saw was Miranda listening into a conversation with Booth.
There was one thing though about Elias and Simon that
Go ahead.
Did you say that already?
No, go ahead. I want to hear.
Oh, okay. Before we listen into, I think, that was before we listened into Booth's or Miranda. Or now I'm getting all frenzied. But pretty much Elias is on Simon's, has everything. He doesn't trust him since the glasses incident. He's creating this front. So apparently Elias found that this organization he went to in Gaza, no one could track Simon down.
Yeah.
And he asked him 3 questions. The last question he asked, "Are you gay?" And Simon goes, "No, my boyfriend is." But Tate Ellington...
We said this.
We did, but Tate Ellington, who plays Simon, recently had a couple of interviews with Out Magazine and another magazine, and he still says that he's not revealing if his character is gay or not. That's what makes it more interesting, because it's like he didn't have a strong sexual identity. That's the kind of character he is.
I think it's...
But him and Elias, one last thing he said was just like him and Elias are going to have a lot of interesting things coming up. There's going to be a lot more stories with them. In fact, Simon actually likes his cat and mouse game that they're playing eventually.
That
puts me at questions. Now I'm really...
Because I did not get that vibe from him. I got the vibe that Simon wants to choke this guy out. Like, enough is enough.
And that he likes Reyna or Nima.
Exactly. Well, he even said it. Okay, he goes... I wrote, "Simon is not gay!" ! So I thought he was not gay. That's what I took from that conversation. I guess maybe he's hinting that maybe he is. I don't think he is.
Yeah.
And that he likes Nima, the way he looks at Nima. And this dude's clearly onto it. He's also creeping from the doorway in the dorm.
My God, it was a little bit too much.
When Simon's on the computer and the dude's looking out of the corner, and Simon just goes and shuts the door. If I catch someone trying to creep on me, I'm not just going to shut a door. I'm like... What's up? What?
Yeah.
No, that's not how, I guess in Quantico it works differently, but
when Simon was on the computer, he was looking at
Max. Which is his page,
I figured it was his page.
Were you the one that caught?
That was Caleb.
Okay. Was it Caleb's? Yes, it was Caleb looking at a different... Why the hell they got all these different pages? Who is who? What is what? What the hell's happening?
I know,
crazy.
That doesn't make any sense. What he was looking at. But anyways,
I think it will make sense later.
It will totally. We're gonna get answers on that, but there is something happening between. I just so interested to know if you guys think Simon is gay or not. I don't think he is. Now I'm confused by what he said.
I don't know. I think that it's still. I'm excited to see why he's using it. What is it? Same as the way I'm excited to see why the twins are there. What that's for. I'm excited to see why is it important. Why does it matter?
Yeah, exactly.
What did it get him differently?
Yeah.
You know? And I just don't know. One thing also that Shelby revealed really quickly is that she talks to her half-sister.
Which we don't even know is true.
Which I don't believe is true. I was going to ask you, do you
believe
think?
that. But speaking of Shelby, let's get into the future of the show. We're kind of running out of time. But we see an interesting twist. So we start off with texting, right? We see Liam's boss, Clayton, texting Simon. We see Booth texting. Booth sees Clayton text Simon while he's texting Simon. So
my first question is, she's now Alex is with Simon, hiding out at Simon's something or a bunker
lair,
whatever it is. She trusts Simon. I trusted Simon up until this point because he helped her break out of his lab or whatever they were working in. But suddenly now Simon is tipped off the FBI to where she is again, which is where he's at. And he knows that he answers the call last episode, and they're like, is she still here? And he's like, yeah, she's here. I'm watching her. She has no idea that he's doing that.
Yeah.
Suddenly, when the FBI is about to barge in, Clayton's texting him being like, leave. Get out.
I thought, Booth texted him to leave, get out. Clayton's saying hold her hostage. Remember?
Oh, okay.
I mean, hold her there.
I just thought it was
so the
really...
FBI could catch her.
Then why was Clayton sneakily texting? I thought he was it's texting on the side when he was, and then when he yelled at Liam, he was yelling at Liam, being like, "You have a traitor, you have a traitor." Clayton was the traitor. Clayton's texting. Clayton's a shady motherfucker right now.
Oh, Clayton's so shady, but
I'm like circling his name to keep up what he's saying.
I think Clayton has a different reason of why he wants to capture Alex. And Booth has a different reason of why he wants to save Alex. Booth and Simon.
I agree.
I think Clayton is covering up his team, who probably did bomb Grand Central Station.
You think? You think he's the? Would you say he's your top guy right now?
He's one of my suspects.
Okay.
He's definitely one of my suspects.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a bigger reason why he wants to capture Alex, so Alex doesn't reveal details and just to frame her. He wants to frame her. But Simon, I feel bad for Simon.
I do not feel bad for Simon. How do you feel bad for this dude?
Because he's trying to appease Clayton, not get his ass kicked and in trouble, while still being a good friend to Alex and keeping her safe. He did keep her safe this whole time.
Listen.
And Booth's trust. He kept
all about
away.
loyalty in
but you
life.
Can't be a double agent.
And you can't be a double agent when you're loyal.
Okay, fine, you're right.
Alex is your friend.
But maybe he's doing it for a good reason about why he's trying to, like, appeal or still please Clayton. You never know.
I do know, and I'm gonna make an assumption. And I don't feel bad for him. You know who I feel bad for? Alex. That's who I feel bad for.
She's fine.
She is killing it.
I feel bad
right
for Booth. He's like a.
Well, Booth
whatever.
Is a whole
I feel bad for nobody
story.
Actually.
Heartless.
Alex
cold.
is tough. That's why I feel bad for her mother. Okay, she needs to know.
Yeah, her mother got a talking to. She got a talking to last episode, and it was like, listen, trust your daughter, and then she breaks.
But apparently,
weak.
I think the mother knows,
and that's why. Because when she called,
I was like, the mother has to know. Like, come on, like, brown people tell people like everything. Like, tell your moms like everything. Okay. So then they investigate. Simon visits his friend who happens to work with bombs, and he traces the wire to Shelby's company.
Yeah.
And they go to her posh apartment in New York. And we see Shelby, and she's completely different. Like, short blonde hair, bright red lipstick. She
looks good.
She looks really good.
She opened up, and I'm like,
polished.
Shelby!
I know, very polished.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because in the present days, we get, like, Alex and Shelby bonding and telling each other their truth and lies, which probably from Shelby's end are all lies. And in this episode, future future scenes, they were like having a cat fight, like punching each other.
Yeah. They were going hardcore. I mean,
it was kind of funny, like the whole gun scene, like who's pointing at
when
who,
everyone came in and was
who.
holding guns. I'm saying that's when really I was like, Booth, you're my dude. I didn't trust you even when she called you and you were in the hospital and this and that. I didn't trust you at that point, but now I really do trust you.
Yeah.
I really, really do. And I like that they showed him questioning Liam. I like that Miranda's into that now. She knows about it. That's why I think he's good. And he ended up letting her go. He controlled the situation, took Shelby and Simon and was like, you go. But it didn't work out as exactly as planned because Shelby handcuffed her and then...
And it went full circle because Alex kept her hostage from what they were talking about in the beginning.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's kind of where we left off with them, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say something, but it slipped my mind.
Simon still thinks he's doing a good thing, like when he's in FBI quarters afterwards. He's like, I didn't say anything about you. And Booth is like, yo.
I trusted you, right?
Yeah. Nah, I don't know about him. I don't know. Now, I mean, the flashbacks to what we're going to have, it moves quick. I like that the show moves quick.
Yeah.
Because then it's not like, you know when shows have one plot line that they do all 12 episodes or however long? I like that it has one, but every new episode we're learning new information and closing old books. I like that a lot. If you guys like that, let me know, because some people hate that. Some people like one constant theme. I'm not like that, though.
But it is kind of one constant theme. It's like one big storyline, but it's like they add in bits of information. They release as much as they think they should.
It changes the whole story every time.
Yeah, it does.
I feel like I'm trying to think if there's anything else that
there was one thing that I keep thinking about that I'm forgetting now what I was just going to say about Shelby and like, but it's interesting to see how that will play out. But let's quickly talk about that scene that we hear. First, we get a nice moment between Miranda and Alex, and Miranda was kind of telling Alex, like, hey, listen, you cannot let, what was that line? I wish I wrote it down. Your guilt rewrite history. That was it.
Which is great.
It's a true thing, right? So she was just kind of like that was like a real moment, and she like really wanted to keep Alex there, you know, and then Booth like shut the door on Liam because Liam was obviously observing something really shady going on. And the next thing we know, that's when we get the conversation between Liam and Booth about the probation, and Miranda's overhearing because Ryan left his phone on.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Did you see that coming? Like, did you think that Miranda
I had no idea that he was going to be working with Miranda in that way. But I'm so those are the things I'm happy to see, because if he wasn't, I'm like, it eats me away to be like, oh, I hate when people don't know. When I know more than they know, like, I hate that. It bugs me as an audience member. It's great as a story, but as an audience member, it bugs me. And I like that she is now onto him, which now makes sense why in the first episode she was so willing to jump in the van and go help Alex and free her, because clearly she doesn't trust Liam to the most or the most amount that she normally would. And and I think it's because of situations like that happened at Quantico recently. She's on to him. I trust Miranda a lot.
Yeah, I was actually, before we wrap it up, or before I go over 2 more points, I'm going to do like a guilty, non-guilty thing, because that'd be interesting. Because I don't know about Miranda. I am actually still kind of uneasy.
Well, I do, so whatever. You go talk to, you feel bad for Simon. I don't know.
I know, I'm like...
What you doing?
Okay, so quickly, apparently Booth and Natalie are together.
What in the hell? I saw that.
Right? Like,
and he's worried about Alex. Clearly something happened between them, because
I know.
That was,
So
trying to clear
that
the
romance
air.
is going on. I still think that Caleb and Shelby will have a cute romance.
I do too. I
Right?
like them too.
You like them too, right?
Yes, I do like them too, but I gotta tell you, Caleb, one of my favorites on the show.
Oh my God, I know.
His comedy, he's like, this is a drama, and he makes me laugh with his one-liners.
It's like,
so
I
effortlessly, he really works the comedy in there. I think he's
Don't you
killing
feel like you see him like as an actor? Like, I feel like that's him in real life.
That's how real it seems. I mean, I don't know if it is him, but it seems so genuine and real that I would.
Because I interviewed him once, and like literally the way he answered his questions
Similar.
is exactly the way he is on Quantico.
I feel like each episode the writers are writing tailored to his voice, because he has a really unique tone. So they're probably working with him on that, which I think is the smartest thing anyone could do.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So he's also one of my favorites. And then we had the quick phone call, right, between Alex and her mom. So that will definitely play out in more future episodes. Because obviously Alex's mom knew where she was 9 years out of the 10 or 11.
Yeah. I don't remember the exact number.
Yeah,
but
so.
I think, so that made me question, because what's her mom's plan then? If her mom knew, and then she did this whole stunt at the FBI.
Yeah.
Are they still in contact? Does she have a plan to help out?
I know.
Also, we never found out the whole situation that we've seen a bunch of times with her mother and her father fighting. We never found out what it was, what's happening. Maybe there's more to that specific fight.
There has to be.
And that's why who knows? I'm excited. I think we have a lot of good stuff coming this season.
Yeah, right. I know.
Why are you giggling? Why are you giggling at me? She's making fun of me, guys. I don't know why.
Because I love Nicholas.
Don't even lie. You don't love me.
I love you.
She
You're so
hates
adorable.
me. We hate each other.
Guys, Nicholas is adorable. He's my favorite co-host.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
So quickly.
Yes.
I wish you guys can join in, but we'll try to have that next time. Okay. Miranda, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Booth, guilty or not guilty?
Are you going to say what you think?
Oh. I'm questionable on her. Booth, guilty or not guilty?
Booth, not guilty.
Same. Alex, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
I don't know about that.
Are you serious?
Okay, fine, not.
Why would she keep running?
I don't know. Shelby, guilty or not guilty?
Ew, not guilty.
Oh, I think she's guilty.
No, she's just really... They're trying to make her look too guilty. I don't believe it. Shoot, I'm saying everyone's not guilty. Who the hell's going to be guilty?
Hold on. Okay. Liam, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, mother... I just blew your ears off. I'm so sorry, listeners.
I don't think he's guilty. Clayton, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. Obviously
totally guilty.
Dude, so shady.
Simon, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty. I think he's guilty of things, but not the major plot.
Caleb, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
I feel like that's questionable.
Caleb,
he's like
hilarious.
so lovable, but at the same time,
he's gonna have
that whole alter ID. We don't know. Okay, the twins.
Line. Not guilty.
But where are they post attack? That's the question.
I have no. That's a really good question. That's a really good question.
All right, I think we went through. Oh, Natalie.
Who the hell, Natalie? It's like she's just got
like whatever. She used to go.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even gonna put you on.
Natalie, you ain't even make it on our guilty.
I think we have them all.
List.
Guys, I hope you were writing these down because I want to hear your guilty, not guilty answers.
And if you think I'm right on all of them.
If I missed anyone, I think I got everyone.
Yeah, I think you did.
Right?
All the main players today, at least.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, quickly, with news and gossip,
AfterBuzz TV.
they announced a full season order of the show, which is exciting. Actually, the creator, Joshua Safran,
Thank you.
he said it's rare for all the actors to have been in one room to hear the occasion. They were doing a table read of episode 8, and he got the call, and the whole, team celebrated. I thought it was cute, to be part of that family and hear that news is great. So congrats Quantico and congrats fans for you guys to see a lot more episodes and hear our beautiful voices and see our beautiful faces. And that's all I have for news and gossip, unless you have something else.
I do not have anything else except for I am news and gossiping all about the show all week. I love it. I'm obsessed with that. I literally have everyone in my family watching the show right now.
Really?
Even my grandmother. She's in Boston. I had to FaceTime with her to show her how to find on demand.
Oh,
it took 45 minutes. It was a task.
That's adorable. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Predictions. Nicholas.
Holy hell.
What do you think is gonna happen in next week's episode and then overall?
Okay, next week's episode, I think we're finally gonna see her come face to face with the FBI. Enough running, dodging, they're here, she leaves. No, I think she's gonna be in a spot. They're gonna be at that same spot, and then they're gonna have their negotiation, their interactions. That's where something's gonna happen. In the future, what's coming down the line, I have no fucking idea. I have no idea. I would be an idiot to make a prediction, except all my predictions are right. So Alex is not guilty, and Clayton's a shady motherfucker. That's all I have.
Oh, I didn't ask the guilty or not guilty most important person, Elias.
Annoying or not annoying? Annoying. He's annoying. Is he guilty? No. He's too low
annoying.
Level to be guilty.
The reason I'm writing these down is because it's going to probably change in each week, so I'd like to see how our answers change.
I like
but
that.
This is so messy.
All right, what
so
are your predictions? Let's see what you got.
Okay, well, I already read that next week they're going to have some night off, but apparently it's not going to be a night off.
What do you mean a night off?
So
at Quantico.
At Quantico, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
They're just going to be we don't care, Alex. Shoot to kill. That was the biggest point, too, at the end. What? All agencies are now shoot to kill if they see Alex. It's no longer get her child. So basically now they're trying to kill her.
That's a good point.
Which is the title of our episode.
Yeah, kill. So that's when they were crap.
I can't. So they get a night off.
So they think they have a night off, but apparently it's going to be another assignment. But they all are going to be in their normal clothes this time. I think Booth and Alex are going to totally do it again as well.
You think?
Yeah, because
lately we're getting
they're gonna.
Ow! I just got a cramp in my foot. Oh my god! Did you see my face?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, keep going.
Good timing too. Yeah, because I saw previews. They were all getting it on anyways. Too. I was like, ABC, relax.
Dang, steaming it up.
But in terms of the future aspect, I think honestly, I think everyone's gonna be on Alex's side. At the end of the day, I feel her agents, her co-agents, are gonna team up with her.
That's why
they're gonna overrule the
people
above
powers,
Clayton, Liam, maybe Miranda. So yeah, that's what I think.
I like that.
And I still think though, last point, that Alex knows more than what she's leading on.
Yeah, because she tells
and
in the
mom.
preview, she's like, "I'm gonna tell my story now."
I feel like Alex's mom might be giving her information, even though she was crying when she saw Alex's mom on TV, but someone might be giving her more information, and she's a little bit step ahead than what we realize. That's probably wrong, but I still am kind of holding on to that.
Imagine if she was guilty this whole time, and we're all just wasting our time.
Yeah. Anyways. Woo! Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's Quantico After Show on AfterBuzz TV. I'm your host, Kanika Lol. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Kanika Lol, Instagram at You Can Have It Lol, Facebook at Kanika Lol. Find me anywhere on the web. And where can they find you, Nicholas?
You guys can find me at Nicholas Grava, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat.
And honestly, continue to keep commenting, questioning, remarking on Twitter. I love it. We love it. So thank you for being part of the conversation. As usual, please follow AfterBuzz TV on all social media, as well as iTunes and YouTube. Subscribe, like this video, comment, and love forever. Thank you. See you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.